I've got a suggestion, Carter. You may want to tweak your Twitter, and maybe this is, your opportunity to push Jayden Daniels for the Heisman. So I've noticed that on the Twitter. Yeah, JD5 for Heisman.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? And what's really interesting, Mark, is I don't think he should win the Heisman. I'm not saying that's the fan in me, right? There's other players that I would put above him because he has had some games where he's just not looked that great. But if there's ever been, the typical gritty quarterback, it's him. It's a guy who never gets hurt. This is a guy who honestly isn't the most gifted thrower of the football, but when it mattered the most, he was an amazing thrower of the football this past weekend versus Alabama. And of course, we're going to remember him for the runs he made in the Alabama game and the throw to Mason Taylor on the rollout to win it. But it was amazing, some of the throws that he made. He made a hard throw to Malik Neighbors on a line, a throw that he's been missing all year. And people that are familiar, they watch my film studies, and I say this ball needs to be on a line. When it mattered the most, he threw a ball on the line in a very tight window that Malik Neighbors made a very difficult catch over Elias Ricks to really get the offense moving in the fourth quarter. Then he threw a ball, obviously the Mason Taylor throw for the first touchdown before, overtime was big, but it was actually the throw before that to Kayshawn that drew a pass interference that was huge. That it's a slot fade, if you will, right? He had been missing that throw. He had not been back shouldering that throw. That time he did. It allowed Kayshawn to make a play on it, and it drew a big pass interference penalty. What's really interesting about Jayden Daniels, I'm sure, Mark, you hear this all the time. Player X is better as the game moves on. That is honestly, objectively true about Jayden Daniels. He'll miss a ton of throws early. He'll come out slow as a thrower. But as he gets into his groove, as the game moves on, as the game gets tighter, he gets better. And to me, he is the ultimate gamer at quarterback.